Hello, and welcome back to Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves, a podcast where two dumb idiot best friends absconded with Tom Hanks, purloined Dwayne Johnson, and are about to be absolutely mugged by Keanu Reeves. I'm Sam Siegel, and I'm stealing your happiness.
Yeah, this week I'm Luke Patrick. I'm the other dumb idiot, and once again I'm your dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was your dog last week because,
I think you
folks,
were.
not a lot of good things in these movies
Uh-uh.
except for the dogs.
Nope.
So,
And even then, in this one, also not great.
also not great.
We of course watched 2016's Exposed, and much like the year that this film came out, nothing bad happened. Everyone was okay, and there were zero negative consequences.
Yep, you nailed it.
And I think that's all I'm saying about this.
Yeah, so folks, to part the curtain slightly, we don't want to get into this because
No.
the last two movies have heavily featured sexual assault. That's all I want to
Mm-hmm.
say about it. It's audio poison. There's
Uh-huh.
nothing we can say. There's nothing podcast related. How do you goof? There's no space for goofs in these flicks.
Nothing goofable here. Nothing that should be goofed here.
Yeah.
Um, the closest you could get to this to a goof for this movie is that it seemed to feature albino Sigmund Freud. That's still kind of nothing. Um, but the most interesting thing about this movie is that it only made $269,000 at the box office.
I have a story about this movie. If you want
Uh-huh.
some, did you do any IMDb? I assume this watch was disrespectful.
Deeply. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do any IMDb trivia digging?
No, I wanted to be as far away from the movie as possible, so I was looking at the City Skyline subreddit.
Okay. I love the idea of you for an hour and a half just on that subreddit,
Mm-hmm.
just slamming as much City Skylines content into your face hole as you could possibly get.
Pretty much trying to fix some problems in my city.
Yeah. Yeah, man, ain't that a constant problem for any
Oh
city?
God, I know. All these people complaining about high rent. But Luke, what you have some facts
Yeah.
for us?
So here's the deal with this movie and why Keanu keeps getting fucked over.
Oh, did he get fucked over for this?
He got fucked over for this one.
Oh, Keanu.
Because here's the problem with Keanu's movies. He makes some great ones, and then
Mm-hmm.
he keeps saying yes to projects he shouldn't have,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah.
But this one actually kind of makes sense, and but only in the context of the story. So here's what happened with this flick. The guy that made it, the director, wanted it to be a bilingual, extremely surreal, very dark, but like, have you seen Pan's Labyrinth, Sam?
No.
Okay, it's a Spanish movie, Guillermo del Toro. It's very um it's a lot about wartime conflict, but told through
Mm.
this like fairy tale narrative. So there's a lot of like dark fairy tale surrealism
Mm-hmm.
that's like a girl escaping wartime conflict and life during wartime by entering this fairy world.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
that's what this movie was supposed to be, but Lionsgate bought it
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "What the fuck is this?" And he was like, "You bought it," and they were like, "No, no, 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 no. We're gonna cut everything and
Oh.
make it a shitty cop drama starring Keanu Reeves." And he went, "That's not what the movie is." And they said, "Fuck you. It's what we're doing."
Oh. Okay. Yeah. You can't hold that against Keanu, huh?
No, not Keanu's fault at all.
No.
Because
Lionsgate, though, can eat my ass.
yeah. So basically, everybody involved shot a movie one way, and I assume there's a ton of deleted stuff that would have tied things together in a less brutal way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but instead, what we get is what we got, a movie that we won't be talking about.
No.
Um,
Instead, Luke, I want to know
oh,
what's the most fun letter?
okay. I was going to do a different thing, but this is more engaging. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
most fun, it's got to be K, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Because hard K sounds are inherently hilarious.
Hmm. I so, okay. I was not expecting K.
Okay. Because like, oh, I cracked my cock is a
See,
pretty good sentence.
I think that's funny for the content of it, not
Okay.
necessarily the sonic
Sure.
aspect. But though maybe I should try saying it. Oh, I cracked my cock.
It's it's pretty good.
There is something there.
Yeah.
There's definitely something there. Um, what about to write? What's the most fun letter to write?
Okay, so for me, it's a toss up between. I feel like there's a right answer here, and this is a rigged game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say W or Z. Um, yeah, am I anywhere near it?
I gotta tell you, you and I are pretty much on the same page.
Okay.
W's are good, and M is not quite as fun as a W. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Well, W is the wacky one, right? Like
Yeah,
it's not as common, and it's you typically more fun when you get to bust out a W.
yeah, and so that's kind of my thinking with Z. Is I think, to be perfectly honest, I think it's probably a C tier letter. However, I think because you don't get to write it much,
Yeah.
Z becomes an S tier letter.
Yeah. Are we just gonna rank the alphabet?
I'm kind of wondering if maybe we should be ranking the alphabet.
I surely we aren't to that level of audio poison.
Yeah, I don't know. I will also say that I think writing a G is also an S tier experience.
Writing a G, especially because some people put a little thing on top. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
do like a you put a little squiggle on the top of your G.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, if you go cursive, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, love having my G and loop back. Same with a
Yeah.
Y, but a
Oh yeah.
Y is A tier easily because you don't get the full circle at
Yeah.
the top. Oh, obviously F tier.
Obviously.
Confusingly, F is I think a D tier. Um, D is F tier. C F tier. B, if it's a capital, I'm gonna say B tier.
Okay.
And A, A's got to be F tier, I think. A's not fun to write.
Yeah, it doesn't it's not even a good sound.
Yeah, yeah. S is S tier though. I like a good S.
Especially because in school you could draw the really cool looking S.
Yeah, you could do the cool S. Yeah,
Yeah.
which still survives to this day.
I love to hear that. People talk about these generational conflicts, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some things like typing boobs on a calculator
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and drawing that funky cool S.
Yeah. Some things are timeless. Um Now, Luke, I am wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So during your watch,
Yeah.
I suggested an idea.
Oh baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Calling to
The
salad
salad
and
and
scrambled
scrambled
eggs.
eggs. I did do it.
Yeah, that's right,
Folks,
folks.
this is a Frasier podcast.
Yeah. And are you thinking it's the old Frasier that we all know and love? Nope.
Nope.
It's new Frasier, Crystal Frasier.
Crystal Frasier. Sam suggested, because I told him I started this movie well before Sam did.
Mm-hmm.
And he had warned me the week prior. So I just warned him, hey, this is another one we're not going to be able to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one is explicitly bad. And audio poison.
Mm-hmm.
And then you suggested a little idea that involved this whole process I want to talk about, acquiring Frasier. But you suggested, it was a suggestion actually. You said you're going to watch some Frasier.
Yeah, I mean, I can pull up the message.
The way you said it was not really a suggestion, but I don't remember the exact words.
I said, you'll probably finish before me, so watch an episode of New Frasier after. Yeah, I did not ask.
Which is fine because my dude, it worked out. You're looking at your boy who has two thumbs and a new subscription to Paramount Plus.
Hey, it's Luke Patrick.
It's me, Sam. These fucking streamers are out of control.
Oh, it's bad.
Like, let's just rattle off all the streams we have, okay?
Okay.
So here's me. I've got Hulu, ESPN, Disney. They're a package, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
count them separately. I've got Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
Max. Sorry, excuse me, HBO. Max.
I love you said the loud part quiet.
The loud part quiet. Yeah. What else do I have? I now have Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I just got Peacock to watch Poker Face.
Okay.
Uh Showtime,
Uh-huh.
and that may be it. But I'm holding up a lot of fingers here.
Yeah, okay, let me see which ones I've got, because there is definitely some overlap.
Yeah.
So we've
Oh,
got
PBS. I'm sorry. I have PBS as well.
PBS has a streaming service?
I subscribe to it because I like to give PBS my money. But yeah, they have PBS All Access or a PBS Passbook or something like that.
What the fuck is even on there?
It's like Nova and dinosaur shows and other nerdy PBS content.
And it costs money?
You don't, if you want access to it, you have to give them something. It could be like $1 a month. I give them
Okay.
$5 a month because
Okay.
it's PBS. They make
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Okay, let's see. So Hulu, now the fucking mouse hose. Um HBO Max.
Yep.
Let me think. Apple TV Plus.
Shit, I have Apple TV as well. I'm up to
Yeah.
9.
What this is a terrible episode, let me just say.
Amazon.
Amazon.
I'm up to 10, baby.
Stars, famously.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus, Peacock, Showtime. Oh, there is another in there.
There's
Netflix.
one that, yeah.
Yeah, so I am at 10.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
There's one more because I just thought of it and
shit.
forgot it.
YouTube. I do now pay for YouTube.
I do pay for YouTube as well. I have 11. I have 11 fucking streaming services.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
I kind of have 12.
What's the 12th?
YouTube TV.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a different thing than YouTube?
It is a different thing from YouTube.
What's on YouTube TV?
Live television.
You can't get that from your TV?
What the fuck do you mean?
Like an antenna?
What am I, 100?
I don't know how TVs work. I just feel like you should be able to get the local news.
Why would I watch the local fucking news, Luke?
Well, what are you getting on live TV?
So we get it, I think it's through I think my folks are the account holders for that, but Kenna likes a live television.
Okay.
Half just for noise.
Yeah.
And half because like you can watch some stuff on demand through YouTube TV as well. So she'll sometimes watch like a Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
We do a fair amount of the old Triple G Guys Grocery Games.
Yeah. Yeah.
On YouTube TV when times are tough and we've got a bit of a TV drought. So yeah, that's 12.
Yeah, I'm at 11. I expected us to count this and be like, oh, streamers. My dude,
This is bad.
you have 12 and I have 11. This is cable. What we have is cable, but it's more expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's cable, but it's worse and it's more expensive.
Some of these, so fucking Peacock and Paramount Plus, if you're at the base tier, which who's beyond the base tier on Peacock or Paramount Plus?
I don't know.
They still show you ads.
Yeah.
What is with that?
It's maddening. It's like, what the fuck am I paying for at this point?
Exactly.
This is, I gotta tell you, this episode's garbage. I think it's safe to say that 15 minutes of this episode is pure fucking trash and should go in a bin.
Yeah, but we're going to turn it around because, Sam, we are going to discuss the first episode of, it's not like titled differently, it's just fucking Frasier.
It's just Frasier, Crystal Frasier.
Now, I want to talk about Frasier, the original, really quick, just to set a ground, like a base level understanding. We're both big Frasier heads.
Oh, big old Frasier heads. Now you came onto Frasier later in life, is that correct?
I want to talk about that, but I want to hear more about your experience with Frasier first.
Okay. So, in my house growing up, there were three staple television programs that we
Sure.
all watched. There was The Simpsons,
Yeah.
came on 5 p.m. every weeknight. I have memorized the time, and to the point where when I first got a watch, I programmed an alarm for 5 p.m. because I was like, it's fucking Simpsons time. Um, and Seinfeld, of course.
Of course, Seinfeld.
What Jewish family in the 90s wasn't watching Seinfeld?
Absolutely.
The answer, of course, being my Jewish grandparents, who saw the episode where the joke was all old people steal, and they did not appreciate it. And
Is that true?
yeah, it is true. We were watching it at their apartment when we went to visit them, and it was, of course, the episode where Jerry's parents were stealing batteries.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, all old people steal," and my grandparents were stone faced. And these are humorous people on a
Yeah.
normal, on a good day. Nanny and Papa, they're funny people. But they did not appreciate this joke in Seinfeld.
Amazing.
And then the third was Frasier.
Yeah.
Grew up watching Frasier.
Amazing.
And it is the perfect show.
It is the perfect show. So I just wanted, because here's where you're coming from, right? Like childhood memories and like fully reinforcing your own comedic sense through this show, growing up with it,
returning to it like during the pandemic,
right?
And it, more so than Seinfeld, it holds up.
Oh, Seinfeld? I don't know.
We're gonna get in the weeds with it. Yeah. So what I think made Seinfeld work was that they are all the characters are eminently dislikable, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, since then, it's always sunny and has come out.
Yeah, exactly.
And those people are psychopathically evil. I mean, just the worst imaginable people.
Yeah.
And so you see the people from It's Always Sunny doing what they do, and then you go back to Seinfeld, and it's like a fucking convent.
Yeah, it's my dude. After the Nightman and the implication into the chat, Jerry's puffy shirt, not as funny.
Not as funny.
Also, I think a lot of what made Seinfeld work was that it came out in the 90s. It's a really gendered show.
Oh, deeply
kind of like, yeah, anyway. Jerry, if I say too much, Jerry's gonna come over to my house and fucking shoot me.
Yeah, yell about cancel culture and then kill you.
And then kill me, call up Dave Chappelle and put him on speakerphone while he plugs me.
But the nice thing is he'll come over to your house in a car that he has specifically chosen for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so he'll be like, "Hey, Luke, I picked this. Hold on. I'm gonna guess the car that Jerry Seinfeld would pick for you."
Ooh,
Luke
what
Patrick.
car would he get for me?
What car would Jerry Seinfeld pick for Luke Patrick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm torn between two.
Okay. I have an idea, but I'm really curious what you think it is.
Okay. The first one is the one that I think is less likely.
Okay.
And that is an International Scout 800.
Ooh, nice.
In a nice, crisp, light blue.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I think that's what he's bringing. The other, I think, is maybe a Gen 1 Prius.
So the Prius is a red herring.
Yeah.
Because I got a Gen 2 Prius.
That's a Gen 2 that you got over there?
Yeah, dude.
That's a fucking antique.
It's extremely old,
Yes.
but still pumping. Priuses, man, these things don't die. Knock on wood. Oh my god, please don't die.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but here's what I think he'd show up in:
Mm-hmm.
a 1986 Land Rover Discovery, a good old Land Rover Disco. Like,
Okay.
folks who don't know cars, we're talking about a like driving on safari original Land Rover, not these like new Chelsea
Okay.
wagons they come out with that are like luxury cars. No, 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 no.
So I feel pretty good about the Scout then,
The Scout is
because
on the money.
the Scout is, I feel like, a farm's Land Rover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Sam, I know exactly what he'd pull up in to murder you.
Ooh, yeah. Let me
Uh,
hear it.
shit, what is the exact model? He'd pull up in a Saab Q3 or whatever they are, like a Saab Roadster.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm curious if I feel like you've nailed it.
Just Google like a Saab Roadster. Sam's Googling. What's it? Man, I feel so much dead air while you Google shit
Yeah,
on this
I
show.
know.
It's,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Is it like this bad boy right here?
Yeah, that'd work.
Ooh, that's pretty. However, here's the problem. Um, is a beautiful car.
Yeah,
Is an extraordinarily beautiful car. I don't like wind noise.
I see.
And so I feel like a convertible is going to be a problem for me.
Yeah. Okay. What I was thinking of is more fuck. If I had my phone, I would Google. This is garbage.
I
There
don't
is
care.
one that's like a 9.3 or something. It's like I can see the logo in my head, but I don't. It's a coupe, so it is covered.
Hey.
It is a coupe, as we say here in the States. Um, so if you just looked for like a Saab coupe, you probably find one.
Okay, let's see. Because the 9.3 that I'm finding is a 2012 vehicle that is distressingly ugly.
Oh yeah, not that one then. I mean, these people made airplanes and they were like, fuck it.
Let's try a car.
We're Swedish and we love cars. Let's crank them out, man. I used to see these drive around Boulder all the time and they were pretty awesome.
You talking this 1970s number right here?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Fuck it, man.
Look, I do respect a stop though.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a Swedish vehicle.
Yeah.
Um, given that my first car was a Volvo
The one that smelled like crayons.
that smelled exactly like crayons. I will never understand why.
Yeah.
Um, so we've talked about my entry into
Yes.
Frasier. Luke, what's yours?
So you, I guess I wanted to emphasize that you had a length of time.
Mm-hmm.
So a low intensity, slow burn build up of appreciation for this
A
show that is
braise.
a braise. You were braised in Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
I had what I would call a broil.
Mm,
Uh
a
in that
grill.
a grill, if you will, a flash burn. Um because about 10 years ago to the dot, more or less, went through a pretty rough time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had a lot of bad stuff happening to me, and how I coped was drinking. The other thing I did to cope was watch Frasier.
Healthier.
Healthier, much healthier. So basically I would finish work in my sad little apartment by myself. I was very sad during this time. This story
Mm-hmm.
gets better, I promise. um one day I was just like, I've heard a lot about Frasier through Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a few episodes and I really liked them. It's on Netflix now. Back when we had like one streaming service or
Mm-hmm.
Hulu.
And that's all you
Um,
needed.
yeah, that's all you needed. So I just put on the first episode and then I didn't stop over the course of about 6 months. Sam, there's 11 years of Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
I plowed through over the course of about 6 months all of the show, um,
Excellent.
which it was a really rewarding experience because one, it's a great show,
Mm-hmm.
and two, as my life and circumstances improved, it stayed with me. Like I started in this
Yeah.
really sad, dark place.
Mm-hmm.
And then as things improved, I still enjoyed it and I still got to hang out with these characters that I really loved to the point where I actually got to the very last episode,
Mm-hmm.
season 11 finale of the show, did not watch it
Oh, really?
for years
Really?
because I didn't want it to end. Because if I
Mm-hmm.
watched it, this whole journey, I had really built Frasier into my life.
Mm-hmm.
And if I finished it, then it was over. So I waited years until I was in a really good place and was doing just dandy, and then I finally watched it and closed out that chapter of my life. Um,
Okay.
so
I
again, braise versus broil.
mm-hmm. I gotta say, so that finale every time chokes me up.
It's so good.
And few things will stay with me um the way that uh Frasier reciting that poem
Mm,
by Tennyson
yeah,
at the end to the point where if I were to get a tattoo, it would very likely be to strive to seek to find but not to yield.
amazing.
Love that snippet,
Yeah,
um, and love that poem actually. Maybe one day I will read it for the Patreon.
that'd be fucking fantastic.
Actually, maybe I will do that before I go on parental leave. Maybe I will record. I believe it's Ulysses by Tennyson.
Sounds right. Yeah.
So, so yeah, love Frasier. Not enough people like none of my other friends watch Frasier. Distressingly,
Yeah,
um,
I have a friend and his
mhm.
wife. I think his wife is the major culprit here, who are massive Frasier fans. And that's kind of it.
It's so weird because it again, like I know it's an older show, but it holds up perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I think when we rewatched it, there may be like a couple comments that are a little hinky now.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this show plays great.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, I wanted to save this for when we talk about the new one, but
Mm-hmm.
fuck it. One of the best things about the show that the new one kind of revealed to me is that it's a sitcom, but they don't act like it's a sitcom. Nobody in the
No,
show is acting in a sitcom-y way.
no. So yeah, I very much want to get into that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it feels more like a comedy play.
Yes.
And it functions like that. I mean, each episode feels very much like a play.
Yeah.
Because it's got a 3 act structure. Um, and
Demarcated by placards, by like
yeah,
little, text walls that tell you like, oh, we're in a new act. Yeah.
yes, and so it functions so well, and it also allows them to do a lot of like really heavy stuff too.
Yeah.
That it like is never jarring. It's never jarring when the show gets heavy,
Yeah.
because it's not played like a sitcom.
Nope.
So fast forward to a few years ago when Kelsey Grammer starts going on about wanting to revive Frasier.
Uh-oh.
And I was unsure
Yeah, samesies, bud.
because like I trust Kelsey Grammer to like get it to kind of know what made that character work. So then more information comes out about how like I mean obviously John Mahoney's not coming back. He's dead.
He's dead. Sorry, folks. He's not going to come back for this one. I
Um
wish he would.
it'd be great.
Yeah, but they don't
But
come back the same. So,
but then none of the rest of the original cast was coming back. And that show, quite honestly, does not work
no.
without I don't think you could remove a single character from that show and have it work.
No. And I think that's a testament to the fact that they don't play it as a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
I think more than anything comes down to two things: the writing, which is impeccable,
Mm-hmm.
so smart and snappy, and two, the force majeure that is everybody
Yes.
in this cast. Every single character is played, even the extras, like
Mm-hmm.
Daphne's family that shows up,
Yeah.
like everyone is sending it as if it's like a major acting break, like a play, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a play, and they're
Or
really inhabiting their characters.
Bulldog, a guy named Bulldog who has like a full arc
Yeah.
across like all the seasons.
Yeah.
His they call him Bulldog.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy from that one X-Files episode. Um
So, all that to say,
yeah.
we have come to new Frasier.
New to Crystal Frasier.
Yes. Um and Luke, you only watched the one episode, yes?
Yeah, I plan to watch more for the sake of this. We can do a little Frasier check-in, but
Yeah. McKenna and I have watched 5.
holy shit.
Yeah, we I'll get into it, but we because when we finally came back to it, they had 2 episodes, episodes 5 and 6. We watched 5, and I was like, "Do you want to keep going?" And Kenna went, "No." So, so tell me about your experience with the season premiere of Crystal Frasier.
Okay, the first 30 seconds alone, extremely telling. First minute, let's take the first minute.
Okay,
We're in the Boston airport.
Beantown, baby.
Beantown, a place for which I just bought a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
For more on that, because that's what we talk about now, check out the Patreon where we cover zombies.
Oh
Hanksy,
yeah.
patreon.com/hanksy I talk a lot about my jacket, my upcoming trip to Beantown. Anyway, much like me, Frasier's back in Beantown.
Mm-hmm.
He enters stage. I hear, woo, yeah. And I go,
Yeah.
ah, fuck. Is
Now,
this a studio audience?
hold on though. If
Yeah.
you'll recall, original Frasier had a laugh track.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they had the clapping and cheering. I think sometimes they did.
I don't remember Niles ever entering a room.
No, but they did have like a laugh track.
Yeah, which is
But
jarring in the year of our Lord 2023.
but the thing is, it doesn't stand out to me as much in old Frasier than it does in like any other sitcom.
I think that's fair. I think products of their time, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy because I actually really wondered this. I wonder what Gen Z thinks of laugh tracks
Oh my God.
because we grew up with them
Mm-hmm.
in live studio audiences. The 90s were huge for live studio
Oh
audiences.
yeah.
So I genuinely wonder what someone who doesn't have that comfort level with them, what they
Mm-hmm.
think of live studio audiences and laugh tracks.
It must seem utterly unhinged.
It has got to seem crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, walk me through it.
Okay, so he enters, woo, and I go, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
There's a live studio audience in there. And we look it up. Sure enough, yes, there's a live studio audience. Fuck. 2, what's his face? His old pal from Boston, the professor, shows up,
Mm-hmm.
an old regular from the
Yeah.
show,
Alan.
Alan. He's holding it down. Immediately, I'm like, God damn, these two guys, but especially Kelsey Grammer, this is Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
He's back, baby. He's doing
Uh-huh.
everything Frasier style impeccably. This is
Mm-hmm.
great. Then he goes, his friend goes, aren't you traveling with Daphne and Niles' kid? And I go, shit.
Yeah.
And then David shows up. Now,
Yeah.
David is doing his best. The actor playing David, bless you. You clearly studied the tapes and you're kind of doing a cross between Daphne and Niles as best as you possibly can. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
From this point forward, it became abundantly clear that Frasier's still here. That's
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Kelsey Grammer is doing it.
Yes.
Everybody else in the show is acting like they're on the set of like the show that BoJack Horseman starred in, like they're in
Yeah.
a 90s sitcom.
It's what if you took Fraser Crane and slapped him into the Big Bang Theory?
Yes, yes,
Because it is so jarring because everyone else is on a different show. And
yeah,
here's Frasier doing Frasier stuff. And here's fucking Sheldon saying dumb shit.
yeah.
It's just a joke.
It's
But
just now occurring to me even that the entire point of Frasier. Okay, so take John Mahoney's character, right?
mhm,
He was the odd one out because in this ultra like luxurious like intellectual world that Niles and Frasier had made,
and like very hoity toity.
yeah, very hoity-toity world, John Mahoney was the comedic element that injected some life into like Frasier's home, like the fucking chair.
Yeah. I mean, again, his character, in addition to injecting like a lot of heart,
Yeah.
also existed to take the piss out of Frasier and Niles.
Yes. And now what we have is the inverse, where we have Frasier drinking sherry and doing Frasier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is your everyman stuff. It's just not the same dynamic,
Yeah.
at least from the first episode. And I am dying to hear about more of this show. So,
It is honestly more of the same.
okay.
In 5 episodes, I have not laughed.
I didn't laugh. I was going to mention this. Did not laugh. Did not even smile
No,
once.
no, there's nothing redeeming here.
No.
It is so okay. You were talking about um old Frasier and like the writing, and like I think that's interesting because I was talking to McKenna about it, and in old Frasier there weren't jokes necessarily.
Hmm.
It was
Okay.
like if you think about it, it was just witty writing,
Yeah.
and so it wasn't necessarily like like lead up and punchline.
Yeah. 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 I know
Um,
what you're saying. Yeah.
and so it functioned more like a comedy play where the laughs come from um like witticism and funny happenings.
Yeah. The situations. It's like situation.
Yes.
It's situational comedy.
Mm-hmm. In Crystal Frasier, it's just jokes.
Yeah. It's very Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, uh Freddie, his son,
Oi, which we're gonna talk about that.
said something doofy, and that's a joke now, and we're all gonna laugh really hard. It's just none of I like. I hate David. I hate David
Oh, David can jump off a cliff.
because, and it's such a fucking shame because they're trying to make him this combination of Niles and Daphne because
Yeah.
he's their son, and he is neither of them. He's just some sort of like simpering doofus.
Well, like in this first episode, they're having a moment. Frasier's having a moment with his nephew,
Mm-hmm.
and they cut to the joke, which is that David is putting eye drops in, and he's like, "Can't you not do that while we're having a moment?" And he's like, "You can't tell me it's not dry as the Sahara in here." Ha ha. The
Uh-huh.
point is, that's kind of Niles' behavior, but the guy isn't like you can't replicate what David Hyde Pierce was doing
Yeah.
with Niles. It doesn't work that way. This guy is
No.
a totally different person.
And Niles was at no point a clueless idiot.
Yeah, nobody in Frasier was a clueless idiot.
Like, he and Frasier were out of touch, which is a very different thing,
Yeah.
but they were not clueless.
Yeah, and I think another important thing about Frasier that it really works for me is that it follows my golden rule of writing, which is that every character should want something. Because like I just keep thinking about like Daphne's family show up. They
Mm-hmm.
are bumbling idiots, but they want something.
Mm-hmm.
They are motivated to achieve a goal, even if that goal is just to get a beer and smoke a cigarette inside Frasier's apartment.
Right.
The
I could
people
not
in this one,
I could not tell you what any of them want, including
yeah,
Frasier, actually. I don't really know what Frasier wants
yeah,
because, like, in the first episode, he talks about how, he wants to be closer to his son, who
yeah.
he's become estranged with because his son dropped out of Harvard and became a firefighter, which, like, is a nice mirror to John Mahoney
Yeah,
being a cop in
yeah.
as Martin. And so it's a nice mirror to that, but they don't do anything with it. And, like, he says, he wants to be closer to his son. You never see that. You don't see their relationship develop over 5 episodes at all.
I
Um,
assume it's just sitcom hijinks ensue.
the thing is, they're mostly not even together. It's mostly like Frasier does his shit, and then, like, occasionally Freddie will do his shit,
Hmm.
and every once in a while their wires will cross. Um,
Okay.
but for the most part, it's just totally like compartmentalized.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's very puzzling. And, like, his friend Alan, or whatever the fuck his name is,
Yeah.
doesn't work well because he's just like an asshole.
Yeah.
And then there's the chair of the psych department at Harvard.
Who is, I have to say, the worst offender when it comes to acting like they're in a sitcom, at least so far.
Yes. Yeah, no. So I got dinner with my folks, or lunch with my folks, on Saturday, and I was asking, whomst among us has been watching new Frasier?
Yeah.
And my sister said absolutely not, but my parents had been. So I was talking with them about it, and they said she's the worst character.
Yeah.
Just like the most just grating presence on the show, which is saying something when David is here.
Yeah. When David, a simpering idiot,
Mm-hmm.
with literally no redeeming characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're so right. The problem is Niles was never an idiot.
No, he was not stupid. He was, I mean, like, he's brilliant. He's
Yeah.
just out of touch.
He's out of touch and he's, like compulsive, like
Mm-hmm.
literally. And so he's very eccentric. He at
Yes.
no point was portrayed as a clueless doll.
No, no, absolutely not. I like, again, one of the things that, like, I think of where they make Niles the butt of the joke, but not because he's an idiot, but because he's, like, eccentric and out of touch, was when he has to get that painting of him from Maris's house,
Yeah.
and you finally see it at the end of the episode, and it's him painted as a satyr.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he and his wife thought this was a sexy painting of him, and it is top half Niles, bottom half goat legs. And it's just like, that any person could think that this was horny at all
Yeah.
is so absurd. And it's not because he's dumb, it's because he's so up his own ass.
He's highly particular.
Yes, it's just. And then David over here is just like, I'm an idiot and I
Yeah.
don't understand how to talk to people.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Okay, so in episode 1, Freddie's mom, uh completely unmentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So Frasier's ex and Freddie's mom, uh who, as far as I can recollect from the original show, did most of the raising of Freddie.
Yeah, he lived with her
Yeah, exactly. In Beantown.
in Beantown.
Um so for her to go completely unmentioned
Mm-hmm.
for the most part is a little weird. Two, Freddie so far has been portrayed as this, like, very much like a Martin kind of character.
Hmm.
but without the like charm.
Yeah, he's just I like he very clearly doesn't get along with Frasier,
Yeah,
but there's no explanation of why that
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Whereas like in the opening of Frasier, like the first episode, you see some real tension between Frasier and Martin.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and you get a lot of understanding about like why that is. Because Martin is um like in the first episode, I remember he's like pretty embittered,
Yeah,
and like kind of resents his son for being like uppity, and his Frasier hasn't like visited, he's not been very present. He's always like trying to cut interactions short with
yeah.
Martin, and like I don't see why Freddie and Frasier don't like were ever estranged.
Well, especially because of his upbringing. Like Fraser's ex is not like also chill with Freddie being a firefighter, I would
Mm-hmm.
believe.
I don't know.
Because
In 5 episodes, there's been like one offhanded comment about her.
yeah. So I mean, because she was very much a parallel to Frasier.
Yes.
So she was like the female version of Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for them to have raised this kid and then for him to have taken this path, it just yeah, I really struggle to see how we've landed here. But I
To
get yeah.
to your point, I kind of forgot that Freddie's mom wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Because again, in 5 episodes, they've not really mentioned her, and so I was just like, oh, I guess she died. And then I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second, no,
Yeah. No, she's still around, which is even weirder because she lives in town.
she lives in town. I will tell you that I have heard that she will make an appearance
I
this
see.
season,
I
along with
see.
Roz.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was showing up to this blasted out hellscape is Roz Doyle, everybody.
Yeah, you know Perry Gilpin was saw like some of the first episodes and was like, "Ooh, wish I had pulled out."
Oy, because it's just Sam, it's pretty bad. This reboot.
It's desolate.
And here's the thing: we were having a discussion about this the other day here in the house
Mm-hmm.
about. I know of. I'm genuinely curious. I want to do this. Sorry, folks. This isn't a very funny one. This is just sort of us talking about Frasier very
Yeah, frankly,
earnestly.
this whole episode has been, I think, pretty bad. But I
Yeah,
don't care because I need to talk to someone outside of my home about old Frasier and Crystal
and
Frasier.
Crystal Frasier. Here's the thing, because we live in the golden age of reboots, of people
Mm-hmm.
bringing shit back. Now, I have two things to say about this. One, you have to do it soon. You have to do it a few years after your show ends, or you are fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because the example I would give is like the Deadwood movie and the Justified reboot, both starring Timothy Oliphant. So maybe that helps.
Mm-hmm.
The both came out pretty quickly after the end of the series, so that all the same people were available and willing
Yes.
and could get the job done.
Yeah, you don't get a situation where arguably the second most important character from the show says, I'm actually kind of happy putting that character back in the box and never opening it again.
Yes, yeah. And then two, this is what we were talking about at length. They come back weird if you wait too long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can think of dozens of examples, and only one exception where a reboot actually worked. Um, but like Arrested Development, Veronica Mars, Frasier. Like, I'm sorry if anybody likes those reboots. Like, it's nice to have additional content, but they come back weird.
Yeah, what's the one that did work?
X-Files
Really?
picked up like it never went off the air, and it was fantastic.
Incredible. What about Twin Peaks? Because that came back for like
Oh,
another
I
season, didn't it?
I haven't seen it
Oh.
actually. I have heard mixed things about it though.
Mm.
I think because
Because
Twin Peaks is a weird one because it didn't go out on good terms.
oh, did it not?
Well, due to some studio bullshit, because studios are always studios and cops.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, man, um, yeah, the studio basically pulled the plug when they had this whole thing planned,
Mm-hmm.
and so they cut the season short, but then they got more runway, and they're like, well, we already blew our wad on the
Oh.
mystery, and so they just sort of cobbled together the rest of a season, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's an odd one.
yeah,
But I was gonna say, if anything could come back weird, Twin Peaks, they could probably make it work.
Twin Peaks could come back weird. I think that's a weird exception because it is already the baseline for Twin Peaks is extremely strange.
Mm-hmm.
But we
I
were, yeah.
I think I saw the season finale. Like it was shown to me in um a film class I took in high school.
Mm-hmm.
The finale was shown to me with no context. I had never seen anything else of Twin Peaks. And my understanding is that that finale was bewildering even with context, but I got to tell you, with none, it's a
Yeah.
trip.
Twin Peaks is a slow burn to a big whodunit reveal. And if
Mm-hmm.
you skip straight to the whodunit reveal with none of the context, oh, buddy,
It's confusing.
you're going to feel like you ate mushrooms, but like just bad portobellos, like
Mm-hmm.
not magic ones.
Yeah. I don't think these were lion's mane mushrooms. I think they were just poison.
Yeah. Yeah. The old Daniel Day-Lewis approach. Um, but okay, so the comeback weird. The other thing that I had to say about reboots, shit, what was it?
Oh no.
Oh no, it's gone away from me. Okay, so the comeback weird, you can't wait too long. It's better to go out in a blaze of glory
Yes.
because I think American TV in general doesn't adhere to what everybody else does in the rest of the world. It's okay to have a mini series or a show that ends like take The Good Place. The Good Place ended where it should have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, or like I think this is so illustrative of what you're talking about. Big Little Lies
Okay.
on HBO was supposed to be just a one season little mini series, right?
Right.
And it was incredible.
Word.
I highly recommend you watch it. The cast is stacked.
Mm.
It's Nicole Kidman. Um, shit, is it Reese Witherspoon?
I don't know.
I think Reese Witherspoon. I may have confused her for someone else. Um, Alexander Skarsgård and fuck, not Kristen Stewart, but someone else. Doesn't matter. It's a great cast.
Yeah.
And tells a really good mystery in a
Mm-hmm.
really great way. Zoe Kravitz is also
Zoe
there.
Kravitz. Okay,
Yes.
nice.
And so it's just this phenomenal story, and everyone loved it. And then HBO said, "Cool, make another season.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
See,
Don't do this."
that's the problem with this country is that I mean we have many problems.
Yeah, but this is chief amongst them.
But chief amongst them is the fact that we are so driven by money that's like a creative endeavor that does one season arc that's beautiful and should stop there garners the attention of studio execs who are like please print more money for us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go well I didn't I just did the one. They're like, okay, cool. We're gonna hire somebody else to come in and do this, and we'll pump out a season 2.
Yeah,
And they will
that.
keep. This is the Marvel problem. They'll keep going until the money stops flowing,
Mm-hmm.
which so far for Marvel maybe has stopped flowing
Yeah.
with the latest one.
Do you know what number film this is
Oh
for
God,
Marvel? Because I didn't know until I read about it today.
I have no fun. I'm gonna guess 23.
33.
33.
This is the 33rd Marvel movie.
Holy shit.
I, no one, no one can keep up with that.
Holy shit, Sam.
Yeah. And so, like, therein lies the problem because stop. No,
Stop it.
no one wants that. No one wants 33 of anything.
No. And that's what we were, another part of this discussion that we were having was specifically talking about Marvel. If they put out one movie a year,
Mm-hmm.
they would make so much money
Oh, yeah.
because people would line up for the midnight release and then go until it went out of theaters because it's the one Marvel movie for the year.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, we have 33 of the fucking things.
33 in like 2 movies a year and also shows. Sometimes the shows have to be watched for the movies to make sense.
Yeah.
And it's too like the point that I saw in the article I was reading was no one, your regular audience goer, cannot keep up with 33 movies worth of characters and their
No.
motivations because it like you need a book to do that.
Hell, Game of Thrones proved that. Do you know how many times I'd watch Game of Thrones and go, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking impossible. Um, so yeah, it just leave your audience wanting more.
Yeah,
And I
you
think
go out, because Frasier did so good. The fact that it had 11 seasons, and if there are duds among them, and I'm struggling to think of one.
I remember season like 9 and 10
Yeah,
slump a little,
a
but they're
little bit.
still like good.
They're still good. And so if you got 11 seasons of like at worst okay content, like
Mm-hmm.
above average content, that's good, man. You did it. You got
Yeah,
the gold medal.
and it ends in a way where these characters continue to exist clearly.
Yeah.
And that's great. It allows the viewer to just like kind of think about like I wonder what happens when Frasier goes to Chicago, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Or like how Niles and Daphne are as parents, spoiler alert. Or how Marty's second marriage turns out, spoiler alert. Like
I don't
these
think
are
that
all
works if you say spoiler alert after the spoiler.
whatever. I don't care. It's a what, like 20-year-old show?
And no one's listening at this point in the
Yeah,
podcast.
everyone
So
has checked out. This is for you and me and my cat in my lap.
yeah, I'm okay
That's
with
it.
that.
But like it allows you to really like enjoy thinking about what happens to them as opposed to actually let's show you what happens and it's disastrously boring.
Yeah. Amen. So I guess all that to say, my introduction to Crystal Frasier was not great, and I will probably give it one more shot, but it sounds like that's not going to go well.
Oh no, you have to keep watching it
Okay.
because I'm going to keep watching it.
All
And
right.
so we're gonna do the occasional Frasier check-in. I'm sorry, folks, to curse you with the ever looming threat that Luke and I will talk about Frasier once again. But it is we will because
Yeah,
I need someone else to talk to about this.
that's fair.
Um I'm amazed we filled an hour with this.
Yeah, me too. But we fucking did it, folks.
We did it. So next time we're doing something a little different as a
Yeah.
little parental leave send off to me.
Yeah, we're gonna get
So
weird with it, and I am so fucking excited.
it's gonna be a good time, a much better time than this fucking movie was.
Yeah, I forgot we were even talking about Exposed
Mm-hmm.
because we
Yeah.
didn't. So
Yeah. And there's nothing to talk about. I took like no notes.
yeah,
Which for me it says a lot.
yeah,
Um, but until then, folks, thanks for listening. You can find us on especially thanks for listening if you made it this far. Holy shit, I'm sorry.
yeah. Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Ooh, well, what else do you want us to do? Um, but you can find us on Facebook at Hanksy Panksy Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Hanksy Panksy Pod. You can find us on Blue Sky at Hanksy Panksy. We're not on Twitter because
Because
Elon
Elon
Musk,
Musk likes Crystal Frazier better
he
than the
does.
original.
Yeah, he thinks David's the best character in Crystal Frazier. Um, let's see, you can send us an email at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. If you have any Frasier thoughts, please let us know.
Hell
And
yeah.
as Luke mentioned before, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/hanksypanksy. Got a lot of fun stuff over there. My wife and I are cooking up a couple of fun things that we can put up there while I'm on parental leave. So, head on over there, check that out. And if you chuck us enough money, you can be one of Hanks's heroes like Tuck and Daniel. And fellas, I what I will do for you two, Tuck and Daniel, are Hanks's heroes, is I will fly you to Beantown.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Luke, do you have a final quote?
I do. And it's actually from Frasier.
Oh, okay.
It's y'all know how this goes.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves. We'll be back next week with something special.